nearly hitting 200 yards receiving. It's the Bucs and the Lions. All that and more coming up next.
Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them's going to back down from this challenge.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
I like Gibson, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 3 catches, 54 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4 here up near the 40. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance. and they got it done.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Wentz now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Wentz now on first down. And a catch right side by Evans. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Again, it's Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Cade Otton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Right after a break down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. One away from the 10, and they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, gone. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, gone. And open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Goff now looking to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. From the red zone now, Goff.
Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now,
a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Wentz to throw again. That is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's White. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. The 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Take it in at the 3. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. To try again after the pick six. Here's White. They set up the screen. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Winston's throw there taken in by Smith. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. This is caught by Evans. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start in the NFC North. Minnesota playing host to Chicago up at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. They're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. Take it in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. On second down, they'll run with White. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now wins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
That takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's got the Joker over the middle. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing his Wentz. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Wentz. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 27, Wentz. He completes it to Evans. Down inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 27 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we're on time now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now. And that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A field goal from this to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Levante David in on the tackle. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. On second down, Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, it's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 7. 1:12 to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Now Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game, is down to the next snap.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. On a bad time late for a poor throw, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. The fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
So out now come the Lions. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put it into this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Detroit, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action.